Hey everybody, it's your boy Zero here for another Gunpla review. In this episode, I'm going to cover the Zeta Gundam version 2.0 from, well, Zeta Gundam. This is the sequel series to the classic Mobile Suit Gundam, obviously. And this is the 2.0 version of the Master Grade. So, shout out to my bro who picked this up for me at the Gundam base during Comic-Con this last week, New York Comic-Con last weekend. So, appreciate the help there, bro. And with the announcement of the Verka version of the Master Grade Zeta Gundam, I figured might as well build this regular one, and hopefully when the Verka comes out, I can review that too. Maybe. Yeah, I'll see how things work out at that point. But hey, if anything, I at least can say I got the second version of the Master Grade. So let's get into the review of this Master Grade and talk about the positives and negatives of this really physically cool looking mobile suit. So, here is the Master Grade version 2.0 Zeta Gundam with everything that comes in box. One of the biggest guns ever made, even if you fully extend it in Gunpla history. Not necessarily the biggest, but one of the biggest. A pair of missile pods for each arm. Beam effects, which can be used in both the gun and on the beam sabers, which are located, I'm going to use the beam sabers as a pointer, in each of the side skirts. Basically pieces of scaffolding that comes for the, and of course, being base pieces, base extenders, basically part of all the base adapter pieces, that's it. That comes with the base, which you'll see in a second. Two little dudes, which are different than usual because in most Master Grades, I say most because this being one of the exceptions, and I do believe the Master Grade Gundam Mark II is one of the other exceptions, due to the fact that it comes with a base that connects to this one, and they aren't pilots. These are crew members that work at the base, which is awesome. So if you combine the two, you can have like a little, conveyor, like the belt system from the show set up, which is awesome in my opinion. So hopefully I can eventually get the Gundam Mark II or the Gundam Mark II Titans Edition. Which, honestly, I prefer the Titans colors because they look cooler. The colors are cooler. The Titans themselves, run by a bunch of crazy idiots. A sheet of stickers. As you see, I really didn't use most of it. I used the ones for the cameras, the eyes, and two on the beam rifle. A sheet of regular decals, the rub-on and the wet ones. So, and also, as I promised to say, let's scoosh you down. The base. I put it in this, version of it. It doesn't mean you have to. You can have him flying off, him standing on it, to each his own. I prefer it this way so I can just place him on it. But that's just me. Also, if you look right here, this is the part where you can connect the Master Grade Gundam Mark II, its action base, to it, so you can have the complete set. Like I said, you don't need to do this. I personally am probably going to look forward to trying to get the Master Grade Gundam Mark II just for that. That, and I do like the design of the Gundam Mark II. Again, specifically the Titans colors, but hey. Keep hitting the camera. So, this is one of the older models, therefore it doesn't have the changeable fingers. This is kind of like the Freedom Gundam or the Strike Noir, where you can just put the weapon in the hand, close up the hand, and hope that it sticks. By that I mean hopefully this peg is big enough or thin enough, or the weapon hole is deep enough for it to actually stay in there without falling out. What I have a problem with is that the Gundam itself, actually it's partially the Gundam itself, it really has a hard time standing on its own, and weirdly enough, you can't stand with all the entire foot flat. Like, look, if you put the Gundam feet flat, it will actually lean back and fall. If you know, yep, nope, it can't stand up on its own. You literally need to have it on the tips of its toes just to stand. So that's annoying. So yeah, so if you want to use the rocket pods, you pop off the shield like such, and you just pop on the rockets. You can do for both arms. And yes, this has a transformation. Am I going to show it in video? No. Mostly because this thing can barely stand on its own. And I really don't like the transformation gimmick on. From when I tried it myself, a lot of parts got stuck, and I felt like when I was trying to get it through the transformation properly, it made me a little uncomfortable because I was afraid I was going to break it. So maybe that's just mine. I'm not saying it's all of Zeta Gundams, so before anyone puts down in the comments, but my Zeta Gundam, I'm just saying it probably was mine, but I'm just not comfortable with it. That's just me. Also, like I said before, you can take the beam effect and the beam rifle, and you just plug the hole, and now you have a beam effect of it shooting out of the gun. Which, I'm surprised they don't do that more often for even high grades. You figure that would be a great use of parts. But no, they're just like, you get one beam saber and that's it. You get the beam effects for the swords and that's it. So, yeah, let's do some of the articulation. This is going to have a slightly better articulation than others due to the fact that it's a transformable mobile suit. But downside is, it's going to have a bit of a sticking problem because the backpack is one, flimsy and a pain, but that's as high the leg can go without getting in the way of the backpack. Move the skirt forward. That's as high as the legs can go. Forward. That's the knee fully bent. Cautionary tale, each of the knee pads are loose. I know that I'm probably assuming that's for the further down the line, the transformation, but that's kind of annoying. Let's pop off the shield for the arm. Also, see this white piece here? Yeah, that kind of just... It's not really attached, it just kind of sits there. It's annoying. That's arm all the way up. That's the arm fully bent. Now it's fully bent. Due to the transformation, the head does go... You can push the head down. But when you do that, be careful. It is a pain to push back up. You can't push it back up, you have to literally pull it back up. That also causes the head not to be able to turn perfectly. There we go. Because of the chin, you have to go up and over a little. So, get over the side. And that's all the way this way. It can't go all the way back because of the piece back here. Back of the head. That's it all the way facing down. One thing I did like is that the arms do actually bend slightly, like that. Like an actual elbow would bend. Which is very interesting, and I'm surprised they haven't implemented that in other mobile suits in general. Because, arms bend in different directions. You figured they would keep it in all different suits. But no. So, I'm going to wrap up my review. Like I said, I'm not going to transform it, because that's just... I don't want to try to risk breaking it, because I don't want to stress out the pieces. But it is not a parts formation like the high grade. It is a full-on transformation. You can find transformation videos of it online. So, I don't want you guys to feel left out. Just to give you guys a heads up, yes, it does fully transform. No, it does not need different parts to transform. It does it all on its own. Also, to do the... Yeah, you can sit down for now. The shield, you go... This goes... The tip of the wave rider form, and then shield mode. Very simple transformation. Again, you just slide it back into the same spot the missile pods were on. Again, I do not like the fact that it has to lean forward to stand, because it will fall backwards. This is going to be a fun trying to just put that on my display, but let's get to the end of the review. So, the version 2.0 Zeta Gundam Master Grade is a solid kit. Yes, there are some flaws that I think hopefully the Verka will improve on. And honestly, I'm looking forward to it. But if you can't get it, this is a nice substitute. You know, it's not perfect, but let's be honest, most Gunpla isn't. It's a solid little kit. Well, big kit in this case, since it's 1/100th scale. You know, personally, again, I like these hands if they're done correctly, opposed to the swappable fingers. But again, that's just me. You know, it's a lot less plastic to deal with. It's just one hand, and you just have to... Like, it was a good system if they did it correctly. But if the weapon's hole is too small, or the peg on the hand is not long enough, it's going to cause the weapon to fall out. It's a huge mess. And it could be very bad, AE, when you see stuff like the Strike Freedom, or good like this in the Strike Noir. But it's a solid kit. Parts won't fall off of it if you shake it, but like I said before, it doesn't fall apart if you shake it, but it really has a hard time standing up on its own. It constantly has to be on the tips of its toes, and it has to be leaning forward for it to be standing up. Hopefully they fix the balancing issues with the Verka, but who knows? You know, I'm looking forward to it. You know, fingers crossed, everybody. So, thanks for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next episode. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And you guys are all amazing. Have a wonderful weekend, and peace out. Or weekday, depending on when you're watching this. Regardless, you guys are all awesome. Never forget that. And I'll catch you guys in the next episode.